Hey guys, your hardware captain back with our friend, the old EGO LM2100SP. This one here came in because the self-propel works, but there's no power to the blades. So that could mean a couple of things, and we hope that it's not the main board in here that fried, because that's like an hour fix. So let's take a look at what it could be. Let's do some basic troubleshooting, start with the easiest stuff first, and work our way down. The first thing that we notice is that when we do engage or try to engage the blade, we do get the light coming on for the battery. That's actually a pretty good sign. That usually means that the main board is not fried. First, let's go ahead and get this cover off so we can see what's inside. We want to make sure that there's no mouse damage. That is probably the most common thing I've seen on this model. All right, once you get off the 6 screws here, go ahead, lift up the handles a little bit and pop this guy right off. Looking through the wires, good news, I do not see any mouse damage in here. I don't see any nests. We don't see any chewed wires, and mainly we're looking for the wires that are coming down from the handle assembly going to the power head. Since we also see the light indicator turn on, and if I hit the headlights button, I get the headlights turning on, so that usually indicates that the main PCBA, which is underneath the cover here, is still good. So that leads me to believe that it's either this safety switch here, this safety switch in the handle, or something along this line here, either in the switch assembly or short in the handle assembly. There's a quick test that we can do to bypass one of the safety switches to see if that activates the blades, to make sure that A, we have a good motor, and B, it isolates it to somewhere in this assembly. Push in the power button, pull on the switch. We're going to lift up the handle 90 degrees. Alright, so that did engage the blades and the motor. So that means that the main electrical assembly unit is good. That means that the motor is good, and it isolates the issue somewhere in here. Most of the time it's this safety switch. And unless you buy a safety switch by itself and try to cut it and solder it on, you're better off just buying the whole switch assembly. It's fairly inexpensive. I'll put the link for our Shopify for this part in the description below.